My oldest daughter first started to learn how to drive. My wife and I both wondered if she would ever be able to make the jump from driving with us in the car, making sure to tell her what to do, to driving alone and making her decisions all by herself. One of the things I tried to teach her was to pay attention to the signs around her, from speed limits to merging traffic to yield signs and anything else that would help her know that she has a decision to make and she needs to make it quickly. Well, I'm glad to report that she is doing just fine and has been driving herself all over the city on her own for a few years now. It does not mean I don't pray a lot for her or even worry about her at times, but she has managed to transition from being young and naive as a driver to at least knowing enough to safely navigate her way around the city. What happens in life when we need guidance? Are there signs to help us make wise decisions and to stay safe, spiritually speaking? The answer is yes, and Psalm 19 seems to fall into this category. In fact, verse 7 seems to be the pivotal wisdom verse here. The statutes of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. Trustworthy, making wise. Because God's law, or Torah, is perfect, complete, lacking nothing. It can be trusted to form the firm foundation of human life, providing what? Sure guidance on the way that God knows is best and that He also blesses. In this case, the term chosen to characterize the law is edut. It means testimony, warning sign, or statutes. Like the signs I wanted to make sure Anna saw and recognized. Signs notifying drivers of winding roads or treacherous conditions ahead. The law is provided to warn the faithful of dangerous and slippery conditions that confront them, like verse 11. By them your servant is warned, in keeping them there's great reward. This sounds wise to me. The sure guide and protective admonition that the law mentioned in verse 7 represents is useful, even necessary, to instruct simple, naive youth. Here the psalmist is not talking of those who are mentally challenged, but of youths who are still so inexperienced and untutored that the options of life leave them confused and in danger of making destructive choices. These are not arrogant, rebellious fools, but well-intended persons who do not yet possess sufficient experience of life to understand the ramifications and consequences of their decisions. For these persons, earnestly seeking guidance, the law serves to make them wise. This psalmist was in awe that he had the words of God to guide him in his life. And I want to encourage you to be in awe as well with the fact that you had the very words of God to help guide you through your life. The wise take every opportunity to watch for and heed every warning God gives us to protect us in this life. Let's read Psalm 19. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands. Day after day, they pour forth speech. Night after night, they reveal knowledge. They have no speech. They use no words. No sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth. Their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens, God has pitched a tent for the sun. It's like a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, like a champion rejoicing to run his course. It rises at one end of the heavens and makes its circuit to the other. Nothing is deprived of its warmth. The law of the Lord is perfect, refreshing the soul. The statutes of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eyes. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The decrees of the Lord are firm, and all of them are righteous. They are more precious than gold, than much pure gold. They are sweeter than honey from the honeycomb. By them your servant is warned. In keeping them, there is great reward. but who can discern their own errors? Forgive my hidden faults. Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless and innocent of great transgression. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer.